Hello and welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be drawing this pose. This is upside down. This pose, a crisscross pose, sitting, little goblin. We're gonna draw her in this. Anyways, I'm just gonna get to it because I don't know. I don't have anything else to say. All right. So she is kind of small, so this probably would be differently proportioned than a human, which I am using a human reference. But I'm just gonna ignore that. I'm just gonna ignore the fact that she probably has different proportions for now. Because that is easier than dealing with proportions. Also, she's going to look kind of flat while I'm doing this, and that is because this area is going to be hidden, so I'm not gonna try to detail it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and throw that there because I'm gonna use that as a reference instead of the actual person, because why not, right? Alright, so we want to kind of point the leg up a little bit because I'm sitting crisscross right now and my legs are kind of up a little bit. So that makes more sense. Actually, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to do it anyways. I was going to say my legs are on my feet. That's why they're up more, but I don't care. Because her feet are going to be right here. Not where mine are, like under my knees. So she'd be slightly different than I am, but I don't care. It's not that big a deal. Alright. I don't like how this is looking at the moment, but I'm also still trying to figure out how to actually do this. Because just like yesterday, this is a drawing that I was figuring, hey, I probably can't do that. So I figured, I'm gonna try. Because, well, been drawing for a year now, gotta start actually taking this more seriously. Because I want to. So, now, this does look off, but we're gonna try to fix it, alright? Just because it's off right now doesn't mean I can't fix it. Also, I'm gonna have to draw a boot. Do I have any references for boots? No. Am I gonna struggle to do this? Absolutely. Am I gonna wish I would have hid the boots? Absolutely. Am I going to? No. Am I going to erase this entire thing? Yes. And then we're going to use it as another reference. I know I didn't draw the upper half. That's fine. The main portion of this that's going to be difficult is the legs, the position of them. And maybe the cloak. I didn't really think about that the cloak is going to be having to fold around the stuff, but problems for me later. Honestly, not something I gotta concern myself with right now. Alright, let's try to think this through. How does the pelvis work? Think back to those times when I did practice. Well, I practiced yesterday, and like every day since the first. But that's not what I'm talking about. Since I practiced pelvises, it's been quite some time since I've actually done that. Because I've been practicing perspective a lot more than I've been practicing any like human anatomy stuff. Because I figured, I should probably get down the fundamentals before I move on to more advanced things. Like, I want to be able to draw basic shapes before I'm able to draw heads. I don't know how to explain what I'm trying to say. It makes sense to me, that's all that matters. Alright, we're actually going to shorten her leg because I looked kind of long. We're also going to shorten this one and fix it. That one was just way off, but we'll go ahead and pretend like it was fine. Because, like, why not, right? It's gone now, so it never existed. Alright, my legs, they're about, like, the same size, right? Yeah, it's, like, cut in half, so that means her foot should be, like, right here. I don't care. We're gonna put it a little bit further. She's a goblin. Goblin proportions. That's what I'm gonna say. Yep, it's goblin proportions. Goblins have larger proportions. Yep. Or actually, I mean, her foot will be covered anyway, so it's not actually a big deal. It's a little bit of a mess right now, but I think I'm gonna keep it like that. This little connection bit, her arm is going to be like right here, so I'm not too worried about that. But right here, her arm's still gonna be right there, so I think we're kind of in the clear for that. I guess we're putting this side slightly more down. I'm fine with that, because my legs are at different heights. Those legs are at slightly varying heights too in the reference, so I mean, it's actually opposites the heights, but so is the foot's. Like this foot is in the front in the reference. This leg is higher. So I'm kind of just doing it mirrored. I do that a lot, actually. I draw a lot of things mirrored. Whenever I like draw hands and use hands as reference, I usually like to mirror the hand I'm drawing. I don't know why. It just is a little bit more of a challenge. And I think it's a little bit more fun to try to draw it that way. Alright. Alright. Yep, that's good for now. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. It's not perfect. But you know what? Yeah. Thumbs up. That's what it gets, a thumbs up right now. Alright, go ahead and add the circle. Go ahead and add her shoulders. Yep, shoulders are off. Those shoulders are level. I don't care. I drew those shoulders off too. Neck. Oh wait, head first. I did head first last time. I don't actually know how big to make her head. I want to make her head larger because anime character kind of like that is what I mean, like larger like that. But I don't quite know exactly how to do that. Like one of the times I tried to draw her with realistic human proportions. When was that? I don't actually remember what drawing that was. I don't know. I didn't really like it. I thought her head shape was just extremely weird when I did it, and I was like, I don't like that. The drawing overall wasn't that bad. Just mainly, specifically, her head shape. I was like, I do not like that. Her arms being exactly correctly proportioned are also not a huge deal, considering they're gonna be covered in a freaking cloak that covers her arms all the way down to her hands, so her hands will not be visible today. But that's fine. That's fine. Why is my nose running? Do I just permanently have a runny nose? I think this is now just a characteristic that I live with. Alright. You may wonder, what the hell are you doing? I am shortening her. She is too tall. We shall make her smaller. Does this have an eraser? Yes, it does. Why did I ask that? I knew the answer to that question. I knew this had an eraser. I use it literally like every single day. Right. Now let's go ahead and give her a neck, which I'm probably gonna make it a little bit too long at the moment, but you know, we can always freaking shorten it. Alright. Okay. Oh, I erased it. It's also kind of why I like this pencil. It doesn't let me get stuck in the details as much. I did just sharpen it, which is actually why this is right there. It's too sharp right now. I sharpened it because I started drawing with the wood, and that's not good for the paper. So I sharpened it, and then I sharpened it too sharp though. I should have only sharpened it halfway, but I wasn't really thinking about it. I just sharpened it. It sharpened so fast. Alright, go ahead and give her a head. Don't really need to think about it too much. What expression are we trying to give her? Let's go ahead and give her a happy expression. I don't know why she's sitting on the ground right now, but she happy about it. Maybe she happy because she just saw Banana Man. Hey, friends. Yeah. Yeah, no, she doesn't get an open happy mouth, but she gets a happy mouth. Yeah, maybe she's happy because she just saw Banana Man. She is friends with Banana Man towards the end of the story. But you know what? Fuck it, I don't feel like getting stuck in the details right now of her freaking face. Alright, time to add her giant beady eyes that look really weird until I add the pupils. I mean, it still looks extremely weird. I mean, look at that. But it looks a little less weird. I don't. Alright, that's the thing. I don't like it looking at it and it looking off. This is why I get stuck in the details. Even with this pencil. Even with the ways I try to avoid it, I still get stuck in the details. Not that bad though, considering I don't add a lot of detail. I get stuck in the things that aren't really details, but they're details. If that makes sense. Alright, Alright. Go like this, go like this. Go ahead and just pretend like we're adding some eyelashes on there. Go ahead and add that. Add that. There we go. Okay, her eyes are very off. We're going to ignore that fact for just a moment. So we can grab her hair. Give her hair, I guess I should say. Alright. Trying to give her sections of hair so I can then detail it later, because I would like to start detailing her hair more. But to do that, I'm gonna need to learn a little bit about hair more too. I used to know a lot about hair, but I kind of forgot a lot of it. I still remember some of it, but I have forgotten a lot of what I did learn in the beginning, because I kind of stopped drawing hair when I started drawing Banana Man a bunch. Which I was originally actually going to draw her and Banana Man again today, but I opted out of it because I found this reference before I found a reference for both her and Banana Man. This eye was actually fine for now. We can go ahead and keep it like that. Go ahead and add a line here just so I can try to... I guess I should have added a line at the bottom and the top. Alright. Go like that. There we go. Now add that. And she does have a nose. I never know what the hell to do with her freaking nose. Now time to add her ears, which actually is, I should have added before I added her hair, because her ears actually part her hair. Right. There we go. That one is extremely shitty, and I do not like that at all, actually. I'm not even gonna lie. I don't like that. We are immediately erasing that and trying again. I usually leave it if it's just not, like, perfect. Like this. This is fine. It's not perfect, but it's fine. But, that was not good at all. Alright, now let's go ahead and add her ginormous witch hat. Alright. There we go. Go like this. Go like this. Wait, let's go like this actually. And then go like that. Yeah. Alright. I like that. There we go. Okay. That's decent. We're gonna go ahead and stay with that for now. Oh, whoops. I don't really need you anymore. I don't want you flipping. I don't want it. I don't like it when it faces like that. I can see it. I don't like that. It sticks out too much. I drew her quite high on the page today, I just realized. Anyways, she needs clothes, and honestly, I think I'm gonna ditch that pencil for now and just go straight into adding the details. Because this video is getting long. And I'm lazy. And I don't want the video to get too long. I actually learned by looking at my statistics that if my videos are like less than 15 minutes, they do worse than the ones that are above it. But if they're above, I think it was 27 minutes, then they do a lot worse. I think between like 17 and 23 minutes was my videos that usually got the highest amount of views, which is quite interesting to me. I did not look at what those videos were though. I just looked at the length, so it could totally be could totally be coincidence, and those could have just been my best videos, like drawing wise or me being entertaining wise. I don't know. I did not look at that. I just looked at the length of the videos and the number of comments. The more comments a video gets, the more views it gets by a lot. By a very large amount. The comments are the biggest thing I can tell about, like, what actually affects the video, like, if it does good or not. Obviously, I'm sure watch time affects it quite a lot, but I can't see how many people watch the video all the way through or anything like that. I can see my average watch time is about like 7 seconds. So I've got 7 seconds to get your attention, and if I fail, most likely you will ditch the video. But some of my videos actually have like 5-minute retention span for average, but that's because they have like 4 views. And let's say it's 20 minutes, and then you get like 3 people that click off right away, but 1 person that watches all the way through. That's like 5 minutes, right? That's how average works. I think it is. I don't know. I'm not that smart. I'm pretty sure you find average by doing like some math and stuff that I know what it is, but I have no idea how to fucking explain that. I am not smart enough to explain math stuff. I'm smart enough to do math stuff. Explain it, not at all. Alright. Math used to be my favorite subject in school, and now it's none of it. I hate it all. That's not true. I actually like my Japanese class, but I hate everything else. That doesn't matter, though. We gotta get her little waist in here, which, goddamn, she needs a sandwich. That's quite some tiny waist to get there, wimp. I think that also might be a little too high. It's kind of meant to be, like, right above where a belt would be. Because I guess it's supposed to be basically a belt. Because it's like she wears a cloak, so there's no separation between the top half and the bottom half. That's supposed to tie it around, so she doesn't have to worry about like under her arms, like the fabric moving a bunch when she goes like that. And so it's like separated on her legs. I don't know if I'm explaining this well, but that's the best way I can think of explaining it. Alright. Now, I already knew that this stuff was probably going to get covered by the cloak. I just wanted to draw it in, because I wanted to make sure that it looked alright. Alright. There we go. Definitely a little off and awkward. Doesn't matter. I do wish I would have erased everything harder, because everything is still there. You can still see everything. I will have to go through and press a little harder with an eraser throughout this entire thing because of that. But this is fine. I also forgot to erase that. It's fine, actually. Oh wait, I thought that was the eraser. Alright. Yeah, not perfect. I messed up that a little bit. I'm not gonna bother fixing it, because I think it's fine. It's not perfect, but I don't care. Now let's go ahead and draw her legs, which her legs actually seem quite small right now. Oh wait, no. We don't draw her legs like that. I have to think of how the cloak is gonna work. How does cloak work? So the cloak should probably go like this, I think. Like, whoops. Like, wrap around the leg. And do that, basically. I really don't know how to explain what I'm trying to do, but I'm trying to get it to look like it's wrapping around the leg and going down. I don't think it's that complicated, what I'm trying to explain, so I'm not going to bother trying to explain this further, because I don't think it's that complicated. Alright. I usually try to explain everything, even if I don't think it's complicated, just because what the fuck else am I gonna do? What else am I gonna do? Just sit here in silence and draw? That's weird. Then why would you be watching this video? You just want to sit in silence? No. You came specifically for my amazing commentary. Because I am such a delight. Alright, let's go ahead and try and draw these. Now, what type of boots are we doing? Well, we're going to try and steal the boot design from someone who drew Wimp for me. I actually got multiple people have drawn Wimp for me recently, and I very much appreciate all of those drawings. And I'm going to steal the boot design from one of those drawings because it's the only boot I can think of right now. And I've seen boots like this before, so I think I can like come up with like what it looks like from my head. I mean, I did stare at those pictures of Wimp for a pretty long time, so I think I got this. I tried to memorize those pictures that the people drew for me. Tried to like see if there was any details. I'm not usually one to notice details, so I tried. Anyways. There we go. There's a boot. Is it a good boot? It's a decent boot, and we take those here because we're bad at drawing feet. I don't know why I'm so bad at drawing feet. It probably partially has to do with me thinking I am extremely bad at drawing feet. I can tell you it 100% does not help. But it's also probably because I don't understand how it actually works. Like, I don't know. I don't understand it, so I can't really draw it. Since I don't know what I'm supposed to draw. If I had references, it'd be a little easier, which I don't. I got Pose, and I got the picture of Wimp that I drew previously. So we got those. So we will remember that she has a staff that I'm neglecting to draw in this video. Why? I don't know. She just doesn't have it at the moment. She has a little bird, which I will draw the little bird on her hat. But what else am I gonna do? I don't know. Okay, her leg's gonna look kinda broken here. But that's fine. Yeah, that's I don't think that's how legs work. I don't think that's quite how legs work. I'm not a leg doctor, but you know, I don't quite think that's how they bend. Yeah, I still don't quite think that's how those work. That's fine. It is what it is. What else am I gonna do, right? I'm not erasing the whole thing right now. It's not like perfect or anything, but it's not that bad. So we'll go ahead and erase all that shit. Try and clean it up a little bit. Alright. Clean it up. Clean it up. Get it all cleaned up. Okay, definitely not perfect. But we still have the face to do. Which this is a different color. I don't have like any fancy shading to do for it, but this is a different color. I just want that to be clear. This is also a different color, but I'm not going to shade it a different color because it's a lighter color. Right. We're going to go ahead and add her eyelashes, or her eyes first, because honestly, I want her eyes to overlap the hair. Alright. Go like that. Even if it's not technically correct, I want the eyes to overlap the hair. Because, oh, I messed that up. Because I think it'll look better that way. Oh yeah, we got a little bit of the other eye situation going over here, but you know, it's fine. Alright, how are we gonna do this? Well, we're gonna try and do our best at making this look more interesting. Because that's what I've been trying to do. Try to make the hair a little more interesting each time. I think I'm succeeding. Because I don't think the hair looked terrible the first few times, but it didn't look great. And I think it's looking better now, so. Alright. Now we're going to try to detail this hat a little bit, because we didn't really detail it. Oh, my references just disappeared. My computer went into sleep mode. That's fine. I didn't need those references anymore anyways. Alright, there we go. We're actually going to erase this part. We'll go back with a smaller pencil and make sure it's finely erased later. Go ahead and hit this against my leg to get more lead in it. I always hit it against my leg or my chest to put more lead on the pencil. I don't know why. Alright. It's not perfect, but I honestly think I'm fine with this. Go ahead and give her earring. A little big this time, but you know, it's fine. Alright. Let's go like this. It's gonna be a little small on this side today because I messed that up a little bit, but you know, that's fine. All right. There we go. There we go. And there we go. Now, do a little bit of shading. A little bit of shading. I'll go ahead and add a little bit of chin here, just to disregard the other line of chin. Alright, there we go. Don't pay attention to the fact that her neck is like half the size of her head. That is actually kind of funny that I accidentally did that. But we're going to ignore that, okay? We can collectively ignore that. There we go. This actually looks pretty good, I think. Is it perfect? Absolutely not. None of these are perfect. But you know what? I think they look pretty darn good. Yeah, there we go. Now let's go ahead and just grab Tiny right here. Go ahead and try to get rid of some of that. Go ahead and add a couple little details in here. Like little strokes in her hair, basically. Right, yeah. Perfect. Now let's just add two things. One, the little bird. Which we'll go ahead and, you know, let's go ahead and try and do a little bit more detailed version today. Normally I do an extremely low detailed version because I think it's funny. We'll go ahead and do just a little bit more detailed version today. Not by a lot. Alright. Go ahead and give that beak and an eye. There we go. We got Meep the bird. Look at Meep standing there in all his wonderful meepy glory. Then we'll go ahead and add my signature. Ka-chow. Bam. There we go. We done. Definitely not perfect, but it's not bad. I like it. See you tomorrow.